At the track overnight. Race car driver is dead after being hit by a car driven by NASCAR champion Tony Stewart. Watch this as it stops. The video will stop right before the incident. Watch. So the rest of the video is too graphic to show in its entirety. That is driver right there, Kevin Ward Jr., reportedly thrown nearly 50 feet down the dirt track right after this. Like a split second later, he's hit by Tony Stewart's car.
Ward had just got out of his car, apparently furious after being clipped and spun by Stewart. You can see him standing there right in the middle of the track. This is amateur video shot from the stands. It shows Stewart swerving as he approaches Ward, but hitting him with a rear tire and apparently dragging him some distance.
Wow. Well, the 20-year-old was pronounced dead upon arriving at the hospital in Ontario County here in New York. According to the Sheriff's Department, Stewart has been questioned and released, fully cooperating with authorities. The investigation is currently not a criminal matter. Not a criminal matter.
And Stewart Haas Racing, according to them, Tony Stewart's co-owned company, releasing a statement this morning saying a tragic accident took place last night during a sprint car race in which Tony Stewart was participating. Tony was unhurt, but a fellow competitor lost his life. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. We're still attempting to sort through all the details, and we appreciate your understanding during this difficult time.
And yet people are rushing to judgment. Coverage of this morning is almost universal in reaching the conclusion that this was an intentional act, that this was a killing. You can judge for yourself. You can find the full video online. As Clayton said, it's horrific, and so we're not going to show it to you. But you can look it up. I have. And I don't think, for whatever it's worth, I don't think it's at all clear that this was intentional. I don't think the video shows that. But again, that's just one vantage. Authorities are asking anybody who filmed this last night at the track to please, as soon as possible, send in their video.
Yeah, and could Tony Stewart see him on the track? You can see this happened last night. That's why we're just now telling you about it this morning. It was dark outside, for one thing.
Right.
Also, you don't expect a driver to get out in the middle of all these cars coming toward them. A friend of the victim is speaking out. His name is Tyler Graves. He's a witness and saw the whole thing. He was sitting there. He says, I know Tony could see him. I know how you can see out of these cars. When Tony got close to him, he hit the throttle. When you hit a throttle on a sprint car, the car sets sideways. It set sideways. The right rear tire hit Kevin. Kevin was sucked underneath and was stuck under it for a second or two, and then it threw him about 50 yards. You never mean to do something like that. Kevin was pissed, and he let Tony know. And Tony was trying to get the message back that he wasn't happy either. He went over the line with it.
Well, and Tony is a passionate racer. He's had a couple of incidents before, but the rushing to judgment, that's what investigators are hoping not to do right now as they try to collect all of these different pieces of video. He's a passionate competitor, but that doesn't mean for a second that he intentionally tried to hit someone. As you can see how dark it is right here, he's hit on this dark dirt track in a black suit with all of that dust and debris and dirt being flung into the air, not necessarily, and wearing a helmet too. I mean, you can imagine how limiting your vision is to begin with.
Yeah.
It is just an awful, awful story. These guys are very brave, obviously, so standing in the middle of a track facing the wrong way maybe isn't as scary to a sprint car driver as it would be to the average person,
Right,
but obviously a very risky thing to do.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned the history of being passionate and getting involved in altercations. I remember interviewing Joey Logano last year after the two of them had gotten into a shoving match. But that is not anything new in elite sporting activities, right? I mean, when you have here's the video of that, and then Logano ends up throwing a water bottle at him, and said that he was acting like a little girl for doing that. But you know,
that happens here.
But the problem with a motorsport, yeah. The problem with a motorsport, though, if you're in baseball and you are going at it with a player and you're sliding into home, they might cleat them or do something that's awful. But when you're behind the wheel of a race car, you know, things are a little bit different. But once again, this is not a criminal investigation at this point.
But if that changes, we will bring it to you. We'll be following the story all morning.